you ever done any acting? Theater? Okay, there are books on acting that we could recommend. Actors take on the persona of the character. They become the character. What was his name? Jack Lemmon used to say, once he got the hat right, he had the character. What's her name? Elizabeth George, the author, says once she has their name, like it can't be Joey Swan, it has to be Joseph Stone, because he's a very tough guy. He's a hard, once she gets, so there is a way to get into those characters, and I think acting techniques could help you, that you're taking on, we put on the clothes or the hat or whatever,
Can I ask what is wrong with getting into your character? Because you're not doing therapy now.
No, I know.
But she's put up a screen, a barrier not to absorb it, so she's having trouble absorbing her character. So she's got to dissolve that screen. Yes, she should, but she's been a psychotherapist.
This is an important point you raised, because we think that as a writer you orchestrate all of these characters, and in a sense you have auditioned them and chosen the ones you select and let the others go, and you help them invest with certain characters and with certain characteristics, and that's how you know what they're thinking and what they're feeling, and you think with their vocabulary, not your own, and you feel with their feelings. And so sometimes you're being somebody who is entirely the opposite of you. And in some ways you know more about her than you know more about yourself.
Yes, because remember, you don't want to know too much.
And the times I've heard friends who were actors saying how it's easier to play somebody who is so remote from me, because then I'm not worried that I'm putting myself into it. And there's a wonderful play called The Dresser, and it was made into a film with Albert Finney
as the actor
and Tom Courtenay. And Albert Finney is talking about, at one point, he's not really in the present, he's in his interior monologue, and he's talking about how he knows when the performance is really good, he is not in his own body, he is up in one of the balconies, and he is seeing himself through one of the people in the audience, looking down at him, and he's made that gap, that jump. And it's a haunting moment, because you realize that it's setting your own self aside and being that person, and then having a conversation with two of these characters.
This kid's going to be symptomatic. I'm going to have to park not just my ego, but I'm going to have to park my psychologist side.
Well, but think about this, because this is why it's not such an easy job. But look at the men and women who have seduced us by making us think it's easy enough so that we think we can do it.